Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to run through a trade that I took on Monday using the stock trading simulator that BBT offers, and I think it's a pretty simple trade to understand. So let's get to it. Okay, so I traded Ford on Monday, and what I was looking for was I saw that it had this, it had this sell off, and it came up into this. It was coming up to this range or down to this range, I guess you could say. So I'm looking for either a bounce off the top of it, or if it breaks into the range, I'm looking, maybe for a bounce at the bottom. Or I could play in the range as well, right? Like if it doesn't bounce, I could play a rejection into this range and take a little short. But that day specifically, I was kind of looking for a bounce point on the SPY because it had sold off so much. So what I like to do is find a nice range that I could play off of the SPY with the stock, with like for the stock itself as well, to kind of support, they kind of support one another, right? So if the SPY finds a support level and Ford is coming up near a key level on one of its ranges, then maybe we'll get like a little bit of a bounce or a rejection or whatever you're playing that day. So if you look at the SPY on the daily, we have this, and then we also have this little range down here. It's pretty small. You kind of have to dig for it, but it's there. And what I did that day was I set my levels on Ford. So we were at about around 2050 was the top of this. We'll just say 2052. And around the bottom was somewhere around 19. I had it at like 1908. We'll just 1904 is good enough. And then on the SPY, go over here. We've got this range up here, but when we were in the pre-market that morning, this isn't showing that right now, but when we were in the pre-market that morning, we were like more down here. So I'm looking for a bounce point. So if we lose this level, it's up here, and then I'm looking for the top of this range now, which I had around 422 at the time. So like I said, we've got this little one over here, right? All right, so we'll see how it plays out. Let's get this going. So I ended up taking the trade around, let's put on the 5-minute chart. This is the trade that I actually waited 3 hours for. My webcam is in front of the thing, so I can't see what time I'm clicking on, but we'll get there. All right, that's 11. I think I took it around 12:30-ish, so we'll just speed it up a little bit. All right. I love the fact that you can speed this thing up. I mean, come on. No one has the patience for 1x speed. Everybody wants 10x. All right, let's see. And there we go. Okay, cool. It's interesting that it has these huge wicks on it. I don't remember seeing that, but it's there. All right, so if I'll just back it up a tiny bit so we can catch this break. Okay, cool. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, cool. So we're at the level, right? I have the level at 1904. We've broken through it. We're coming down on the SPY. It's also testing a very key level. So now what I'm waiting for, and I do tend to get in early sometimes, but the best way to play this is to wait for it to get back above your level and have the SPY holding its level. So we'll just put it at 10 times speed, get this baby going. Now I'm just waiting. So the SPY, it's broken below it a little bit. You can see that Ford has also broken below this key level. So now I'm just waiting. Put it, yeah, it's on 10 times, cool. And we'll just let this guy play out. We'll speed it up a little bit. All right, we're coming back up to it. All right, so SPY is now popping above this level that I have over here, 422, and Ford's coming back up into this level that I have over here, the 1906. You could probably say 19 for this one because it's a whole dollar, and that's what most people are looking to play anyways. So we've set this bottom down here, we've set this nice little bottom on the SPY, and it's just smooth sailing after this. So, we can just let it play, and once it gets up above 1904-ish, we'll hit into it. So I'm just gonna buy here. Oops, that's on the SPY. That's okay. We'll just buy over here on Ford. We'll just buy them both. Why not? So, yeah, we just let it play out. So then what I'm looking for on the SPY are these intraday ranges that might cause resistance. So we've got got kind of this area here, and right, so now I'm looking for it to maybe have some resistance at this point and maybe some resistance at this point. So if it gets into here, it's gonna like kind of chop around. You know, ideally we would get back up to the top of this range from the daily chart, and it actually ended up doing it that day, but I didn't hold it that long. So I got up into these ranges, and yeah, so we'll just speed this up. Boom. Right, so broke up through this level. It's coming up to the top of it. It's got this range on the intraday. SPY still holding strong from the bottom of its level. And, you know, there's really no reason to exit this unless, like fully, unless the SPY changes character somehow, changes direction, breaks back below the 422 level, or, you know, you see something crazy on the L2 or the tape. But yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just play in the ranges from the higher time frames, right, these ones, to within the smaller time frames. And yeah, you got the SPY support, and yeah, make your money. Look, just making all kinds of money over here. It's fantastic. All right, guys. Peace.